Sports fans, we welcome you to another edition of San Diego Prep Insider, the official podcast of the CIF San Diego section, but not that that matters in any way, shape, or form. You're here because you like us, or you're not listening because you don't know about us or hate us. Bodie De Silva from Scorebook Live is here. They are the official digital content provider of all things high school sports. Make sure you download the SB Live Sports app or visit SB Live. The social media is SB Live CA or scorebooklive.com is the website. Tommy Morris is joining us on behalf of people that just updated their computers and are living the struggle that maybe our ancestors would not understand if we tried to explain to them, but is still very much like the struggle. Raymond Brown is also.
See, if I use one of these, like I do with everything else the rest of my life would be easier.
Yeah, no, it's real. Like, you couldn't go back 50 years and explain to somebody like, hey, I accidentally hit update on my computer and had to update my iTunes login cloud. Like, they'd be like, what does that mean? Why is that a struggle? I got
all my notes. Everything's coming straight from my head today.
Raymond Brown is also joining us. He is periodically on this show and every now and then catching strays on Twitter from Tommy Morris, accidentally calling him out. Raymond is I always get yours wrong. You are SD Football.
Yes, sir.
All right, Raymond's SD Football on Twitter. Guys, before we go any further, we have to say thank you, though, to the U.S. Army for all their support. But since we can sneak it in beforehand, before we hit the cut this out and then generically put it in all of the divisions, I want to give a shout out to El Camino for being San Diego Cedro in basketball yesterday. That was pretty cool. We'll get to the basketball stuff starting next week. Tommy and Bodie will be back with us. Maybe Aaron joins us again this year. Who knows? Basketball will be back, though. Let's check out a word from our sponsors, and then let's talk all the divisions. All right, guys, D1, thanks again to the U.S. Army for their support. Thank you to the intern for patiently waiting through all of this. She was only really interested in talking about Point Loma, and then she says, let's get out of here. None of these other teams have dog mascots. She's not interested in it in general. We got a pretty interesting game here in our Division I championship. Mission Hills and Mater Dei Catholic in what I can only assume is a game that is most likely on paper Mater Dei's to win or lose because they have the better talent and a rough first 4 games that were against really tough opponents and a squad still trying to mesh together. And they lost a couple of those games very closely and minutely. If you think back to maybe some calls that were made in the Carlsbad game, I think that, they probably, if you win 2 of them, they would be the higher seed. Not saying that Mission Hills wouldn't have made it, but it would probably be flipped bracket wise, and you would have Mater Dei in that 1 seed right now if they had won something. So congratulations to them for even making it here. But Coach Joyner, Coach Verlaine, everything they've done there, it's working and it's paying off, because when you jump from the D3 finals to the D1 finals in a year, that's success. No team will not take that. That's awesome. Congratulations to them. Mission Hills, on the other hand, maybe a quieter year than the last couple of championships runs they've had in terms of like name brand talent. They aren't setting record offense or defense type things, but they are continuously just a good team that Coach Hauser always he always has a squad that never has any holes, really, kind of thing. This seems to be the vibe at Mission Hills, and that pays off. They get a big win against rival El Camino 28-21. Mater Dei got revenge against Cathedral Catholic 14-9. Like, we got 2 teams that are clutching up, playing their best football right now. This feels, like I said, like it's Mater Dei's game to win or lose, but one of the closer ones in terms of how you see this one. Let's go around the room. We'll start with you, Bodie De Silva from Scorebook Live. And I will also throw out that if Bodie wants to give us a score prediction at the end, he did get the score dead on accurate at the Open Division Finals. You go back, you run that tape. He predicted the exact score of it.
I just left it open for either team.
Yes, but still, Bodie, give us your take on this game and speak the final score into existence.
Yeah, for Mission Hills, I think it's been an impressive turnaround because they started the year 2-3, lost 3 in a row there. I saw them against La Costa Canyon earlier in the year, and offensively, they just did not look ready. They lost that game 13-10. Their only touchdown was on a D-line pick six, which is always a wonderful play to see happen. But after the bye week, they've really turned it around. They scored 34 that first game back against Oceanside and haven't lost a game since. They've won seven in a row, a couple shutouts during that time. But when you look at Mater Dei Catholic, ever since their bye week, they've really, I mean, nobody's been more impressive. They've allowed 18 points now in their last 9 games total. That's 2 a game. So, and it hasn't been by safeties. Yeah, I just think this is Mater Dei's game. I think it'll be somewhat close. I think it'll be a little more high scoring. I'm going to go 31-17 Mater Dei Catholic.
Wow. I like it. Bodie, as stats and research, I'm going to toss you a question while Tommy Morris gives us his answer for this game. Can you get us total number of rings John Joyner has right now and what he could end up winning if he wins this year? Because I think he might be out of fingers on one hand.
Oh, Paul.
All right, Tommy.
Well, I was at the Mater Dei Cathedral game, and defensively, these guys are.
You called it, man. You literally called it.
Yeah, it's my first time in the booth in a while. Hope I did okay. No, Mater Dei looked very impressive on defense, shutting down the Cathedral rushing attack. They were with it. Anthony McMillan Jr. playing both sides of the ball the whole game. They had a lot of guys that play both ways. There's a lot of cramping towards the end of that game on what was kind of a cool evening. So kind of surprising to see that many guys with hydration issues in what was not too warm of temperatures. I'm going to go. Is that not how science works? Is that
what a gentle way of calling some kids out of shape?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they had to play like the whole game. So it was very much within reason to have those issues, but it was a gutsy effort by those kids, again, avenging that loss in the beginning of the season. I just don't think that they have. I think we all, you want to talk about sleep on team. Mission Hills is probably the most slept on team in the county just because they played so many out of county games. They don't put their stats on the internet. It's hard to find information on them, but they continuously are good. Impressive win after impressive win. Last week impressed me a lot too. I think Mission Hills wins this one. I think they win it 28-14. Kind of almost flip Bodie's score on its head there. I think Mater Dei, I mean, those kids are gutsy as heck, and they have not shied away from anybody all season long, but I like Mission Hills.
Raymond Brown, your pick.
Yeah, I'm so proud of what Mater Dei has been able to do after starting 0-4. You know, everybody was clowning them all. They ain't as good, but they scheduled tough, real tough. I mean, the 3 teams they lost to were in the open division, and they got to get back over Cathedral at Cathedral. So, and yeah, I agree with Tommy. Mission Hills is a highly slept on team. They're good, but we don't know how good they are because there ain't that much information on them. There's no stats or really nothing to go by. So I got to go with Mater Dei, man. I can't. It's hard to bet against Coach V. He's been to the championship more than anybody. He's already had 3. He's already have 3 state championships. His offense. Yeah.
Bodie, do you have an answer for your for Joyner?
Yes, this would be the 4th for Mater Dei CIF title under Coach Joyner.
But what that includes state also?
Okay, yeah, I just did section CIF. So let me.
Currently has 3 section. I believe he has 2 other.
At least one state.
I think he has 2 state.
2.
Yeah, he has 2 state. He won state last year, and he won when CJ Verdell was on the team.
So Joyner has 5 rings currently. This will be number 6.
That is correct.
John Joyner is out of fingers on one hand for championship rings at the end of this
day.
And
so is Coach Verlaine.
And well, so then that's what I'm saying. Like,
you got to go back to his Madison days too. He won championships with them. Like everywhere he's gone, he's brought a team to the championship. So
basically, what you're saying is that those 2 guys are just going to need to bring a bag with them, like a
most likely
bag, but like a bag to carry their rings home by the end of the day. Man,
they got to start investing in mannequins to put the rings on. They have the extra hands. They're going to run out of hands.
I like
it's going to be like 28-21 Mater Dei.
All right. There you go. That is the predictions. Anything else, guys, that we missed on anything high school football this season?